Most respected dear family members, my pranams to you. Very recently I happened to hear many complaints from the youths, particularly belonging to majority of the Hindu groups. The youth, both men and women, boys and girls, they were telling about the matching of the horoscope. They were telling that the astrologers are creating problem, that their horoscope are not matching. Remember that in Kerala, we have got four parts of for astrology. First is Nimittam, second is Shagunam, third is Prashnam, and the fourth is horoscope, Jatakam, in which we outrightly rejected the Nimittam. Whenever we come out, if we happen to see something that is a bad omen, we used to say that we outrightly rejected. And Shagunam, if we are seeing something bad, then that will be creating a problem. So Nimittam we rejected, and Shagunam we rejected. To a great extent we rejected Prashnam also, but we are hanging towards the so-called horoscope of an individual. If you are going through that one, you may definitely be getting some information, but still remember that horoscope will not give you everything. The time taken for calculating the position of the planets in the horoscope, it varies significantly. We used to say some people can take the time the baby starts crying when it comes out of the womb of the mother, Rodhanam. That time is different from the time taken when the doctors see the Shiras, the head of the baby, Shirodarshanam. That time is different from Kati Bandhanam, the umbilical cord is just cut, that time is taken. And some people take Bhusparshanam, when the baby touches the earth or the bed, that is taken as the fourth time. And the fifth one is taken the time when the ova and the semen and the ovum of the mother and father and mother combines together. The sperm and the egg combines in the womb of the mother. But these times are all different. When the times are different, when the times of the birth taken are different, how can we expect that the horoscope or the alignment of the planets remain the same? It will definitely be different. When two different or three different or four different horoscope of the same person combined or matched with the horoscope of a girl or boy, how can we expect that it will be perfectly alright? How can we expect that they will be aligning? And knowing pretty well that this horoscope matching has got nothing to do with science, nothing to do with logic, nothing to do with a rational understanding. The Nimittam also non-scientific, and Shagunam also non-scientific, and Prashnam also non-scientific. They are not reproducible, they are not repeatable, and they can be used if needed for solving some problem. It may be useful to some extent, but it is not scientific. So if non-scientific things are rigidly adhered to, and then people create problem, particularly the parents create problem for their children, that correct match is not available for the boys and girls. Remember that the parents have not taught anything connected with our dharma to our children. They have not been nurtured nicely. No acharas are taught to our children. No vicharas, no vishwasas, no sankalpas are taught. No literature of Hindu dharma has been taught to the children. They do not know what is meant by value in the Hindu dharma. Nothing is taught to the children. Then, without teaching any basic and fundamental things to the children, the parents are adhering strongly to the so-called horoscope match in the life of their own children. Remember that Lord Krishna married Satyabhama not after watching or analyzing the horoscope. Lord Krishna married Rukmini, Radha, but they did not go to match the matching of the horoscope. And you know that Sri Rama and Sita horoscope were matched by Vasishta Maharshi, and it was perfectly matching. But remember that Sita and Sri Rama did not live happily for even a single day. You know the reason, you know Ramayana. So matching of the horoscope does not mean that the life will be glorious, the life will be so glamorous, nothing like that. Even the base of calculating horoscope is different. And then if you are matching in your own way, how can we justify that it is scientific? And to some extent I used to say that somebody is interested in getting some blood transfused to his body due to his illness. If I am sick, I want some blood. So naturally my physiological analysis, sometimes electroencephalogram, EEG, ECG, MRI, CT scan, and this may be needed because I am taking the blood from somebody else. And the person who is giving blood to me, donating blood to me, he need not be subjected to MRI, CT scan and so many other tests. Only the blood test is enough. Just like that, an individual's horoscope may be examined individually to find out whether he is a good boy or a good girl. And similarly, you can also find out the horoscope of individuals for finding out his past, present and future. But when the procedure of matching, the question of matching and the analysis of the horoscope do not have anything common in that. With authority I am talking to you with the background of 7 years of learning astrology. When you say 8 out of 10 matches are there, that does not mean anything. But remember, for the examination also, for passing the examination, you need 40% mark. Or 50% for second class, 60% for first class, 85% for distinction, or 80%. Here, if somebody is telling 8 matches are there out of 10, it does not mean anything. It does not mean anything means does not mean anything. Under such a situation, why people are in the 21st century going to such a superstitious thing which is no way which can be no way justified, when particularly when the age of the boy crosses 28, age of the girl crosses 24 or 25, where availing the matches will become difficult in the 21st century. And also boys and girls are living in extreme difficulty and distance areas, and sticking to the so-called astrology, so-called horoscope matching by misinterpreted astrologers. That is another thing. I assure you that if you are showing the horoscope of your daughter and to be a girl or a boy to 2 different astrologers, they will be giving 2 answers to you. If you are showing to 10 people, 10 astrologers, they will be giving 10 answers to you. Some will say 80% alignment is there, matching is there. Some will say 50%. Then still these parents, again I repeat, who has never bothered about Hindu dharma, learning and teaching, they are so much powerfully sticking into the so-called non-rational, non-logical, non-scientific horoscope matching and spoiling the life of their children. My request to you, be modern, be dharmic, do good to others, try to live a happy life, teach your children what is meant by life, teach your children what is meant by physical growth and mental growth, teach your children how the mind can be cleaned and refined, just like we are cleaning and refining our body. Instead of going to the mental and physical purification, we go to the so-called horoscope and distort many of the informations told by the astrologer. Astrologer himself is not sure what will be happening. when these two type of horoscopes are matched. So it is just like the blind leading the blind. The blind astrologers are leading the blind parents, and yet another very important and very serious thing, the daughter and the son of the parents, they do not obey for anything. They do not obey their parents for anything. They do not follow the messages given by their parents. They do not follow the customs and rituals that the parents are requesting the children to follow. But only in the case of horoscope matching, the boys and girls are worried about the opinion of their parents. If they can disobey all other things, why not this also they can disobey? Why should they are not? Why are they not doing that? All other things they are disobeying. They are eating the meat of pig and beef and buffalo and everything. The majority of them are drinking liquor. Majority of them are sleeping late night and getting up very late, and the whole life is becoming distorted. Their profession is also going distorted. Their so-called friendship is getting distorted. The life itself is getting deviated in the normal life. When all these things are permitted by the parents, only they are putting the clutch and the gear and the accelerator and the brake together in the case of horoscope matching. Why should the boys and girls follow these things? I request you that be scientific, be logical, be rational. Again, I would like to tell you one thing. The procedure followed for getting into the horoscope aspect of the marriage, that procedure is important. The horoscope exchange, that is a good procedure which has got social binding. When the boy's horoscope is given to the girl's family and the girl's horoscope is given to boy's family, the family members come together, they share many of the views, they give the background of the boys and girls. They can get variety of information connected with the morality and immorality connected with the boys and the girls, and also the background knowledge about the value based or non-value based life of the boys and girls. These things will be directly exchanged when we follow the customs and rituals of exchanging the horoscope. But that procedure is important. Whereas matching the horoscope, that can be get done if you are paying 500 rupees to an astrologer and telling him that I want to see that these two horoscopes are matched. That fellow will somehow justify, instead of taking 20 points, he will take 21 points and tell out of 21 points, 14 points are aligning nicely so that you can align this one, because he got 500 rupees from you. So the horoscope matching will be successfully done if you pay more for that one. And just like all the doctors are not good or all the doctors are not bad, just like all engineers are not good and all engineers are not bad, like that I am not saying that on all the astrologers are bad or all the astrologers are good. But if you cross the age of 27 and 28, my dear boys, remember that you try to disobey your parents and go ahead your own way and get the marriage done with the blessings of the parents, in the presence of parents. But this particular issue of horoscope marrying, you just deviate from that. My dear girls, if you cross the age of 24 and 25, then don't wait for your parents' permission and other thing exclusively for the horoscope matching alone. For all other purpose, take their blessing and get the marriage done in their presence, and don't talk too much about this. I, on my own personal experience, would say, I am not married after going through the horoscope matching. I just told my father, she is known to us, we will be marrying, and with my parents, they blessed me, guided me, even though they are not so much educated. I did not go through the horoscope matching for my daughter too. This I am telling not as the personal matter to you, but I am telling that for convincing you. What I am talking to you is that what I have practiced in my life. Without practicing in my life, I am not giving a discourse to you. With these words, I would like to express my message to you, thanks to you, follow scientifically, rationally, logically, And remember that Indian heritage is not superstitious. Indian heritage is not retrograding. Indian heritage is not non-rational, non-logical. But the people who are handling this Indian heritage, they are following the distorted pathway. My request to you, you follow Hindu Dharma, follow Indian values, know about horoscope, try to get good out of it, but don't stick to the horoscope matching and get your life spoiled.